I'm right back with another video. It's like 7:01 and sun's going to be going down in a little bit. So I just got out of the shower. And of course, you know, the shower, I'm relaxed and I'm thinking a lot, going back on this issue again. And you know, you can't help me for going back on this issue because that's all I have to think about, you know. When you have a day is like mine, where you know you're not really devoting a lot of energy to things that you really want to, you have more time on your hands than you want, right? So I was thinking today about when I was working over at a mining company, a Jimson company, and I didn't stay there. I think I might have been there maybe for 6 months, maybe 5 or 6 months. And Polly Graham put an end to my position, I believe, because she said I made too much money. Now that is insane, I think. Really it is, okay? These people cause all kinds of financial catastrophes. I'm sure her and her groupies were the ones, along with my family, were the ones who destroyed my job over at Organized Sports and so on. So anyway, so I kept thinking, "Oh, that's insane. I mean, you're supposed to try to go for things that are going to enhance your life, you know." And I think in her mind, she felt as though because I didn't have her share her view, and I could be wrong, but I think that because I didn't share her warped view of Christianity, and it is warped, okay? Like I said, I don't have anything against Christianity, okay? But I do have a problem with people who distort Christianity for their own selfish motives, okay? And that usually falls in the guidelines of being a cult, or, you know, sometimes if they don't attend a church or whatever, sometimes people have very strange, warped religious views, okay? A lot of serial killers have those kind of warped views, you know. Not saying they should a serial killer, but you know what I'm talking about. It's just some people have these delusions in their head where their way is the only way, meaning that, you know, they believe that you have to follow or adhere to a certain ideology in order to receive blessings. But the blessings are all mechanical, meaning like they're orchestrated. You know, it's like you know, if you agree that a certain group of people are going to promote you and give you certain things, and if you don't agree with it, then you're going to receive some sort of punishment. So it's not really God doing anything. It's more of them manipulating things behind the strings, like the Wizard of Oz. You know, he's behind that curtain being an asshole, right? So anyway, I was thinking today that this has something to do with the cute guy. Now, this happened, I believe, in 2013, or maybe 2000. I think it was 2013. So no, wait, I started there in December at the mining company. I think it was in December. Okay, I have to look back at my paperwork. December, and I think I left there in May. And then soon after that, about a month after that, I started working over at the prosthetic place. But she said that, and I kept thinking, maybe, today I was thinking maybe this whole cute guy issue, that perhaps maybe she thought that I was trying to leave her son at that time. And I will tell you, at that time, I had no intentions of leaving her son. None, okay? Because I didn't fully understand what was going on. I really didn't. You know, it was just day to day, going back and forth, and nothing, there was no reason for me to do that. But anyway, what was going on? Oh yeah, so I kept thinking, okay, she must have thought that I was going to somehow get some sort of, leave him and then marry the cute guy, or something along those lines, okay? This is what I'm thinking, and I could be wrong, but why would you put a stop to something that is positive, right? So, and I could be wrong, but I'm throwing this out there because, you know, whatever. So the thing is that, you know, her son never made a crap load of money. You know, in the past, I've always made more money than her son. And so, you know, what is her big deal? The issue is it's a jealousy. It's some sort of weird competition. I had no idea about the cute guy. So, but I'm wondering, did that have something to do with it? The thing is that, you know, you're not supposed to base your marital status in employment issues, okay? Some people have, like, for example, some women, some people might start off both having great jobs, right? And maybe one person becomes ill, and so the other person carries the load. That happens a lot. I mean, a lot, okay? And so, those laws are there to protect you, okay? But I'm wondering, did that have something to do with it? First of all, like I said before, I never want anybody to take care of me for several reasons, okay? Because oftentimes when people feel as though they have money, they could abuse women, okay? And I'm well aware of that, and I see a lot of women who, drive nice cars, and they have, expensive handbags and beautiful diamonds on their fingers. But there's a lot of unhappiness there, because I feel as though something in them, they're staying there for financial reasons, and they're not really happy. They thought they were taking the easy way out, but it ends up being like some sort of torment and punishment that's lasting forever. And who's to say, these wealthy men could very well be pulling strings to keep that woman there, But I've never wanted that. When I was younger, I think I was raised in a family where it was like my dad made the money and my mom stayed home, okay? And so, of course, my mom has that same thinking, right? Well, my mom is not a woman of this modern age, okay? And that's not to try to put her down, even though I'm really disgusted with my family right now. But still, she doesn't understand that things have changed from that time period, okay? It is a very smart idea for a woman to be able to take care of herself, okay? You might marry a man, the man of your dreams, and he might make a lot of money, and there might be an agreement, where, you guys are she's gonna stay home, and he's gonna make all the money, okay? And that's wonderful. Okay, and if that's how she really wants it to be, that's great. Some people want to stay home and they want to homeschool their children, or they want to be a soccer mom or whatever while their husband works, okay? But what happens if that man loses his job? What if he goes out on the field or whatever and breaks his leg, or becomes paralyzed, or some crazy shit like that? What's going to happen to her? You know what I mean? So, there's nothing wrong with women staying home, but I think a woman should always have some sort of skill so that she could come back and take care of herself if she needs to, And, I don't know what Polly's issue was about terminating my employment over at the mining place, but I do suspect she did. And because it happened right after a conversation that I had with her. Okay. And, the thing is that, from that moment on, I really became very disgusted with her. I started hating her even more than I had already started hating her, I don't care what cute guy makes, okay? Like I said, if I was to be foolish enough, well, it's not really foolish, but, let's just say if I met a millionaire, okay? I wouldn't want him thinking that he could buy me or anything like that. The finances would be kind of separate, because I care about my protection. I care about my ability to take care of myself. If he starts beating me or berating me or abusing me verbally or whatever, then this woman has the ability to pick up and take off, okay? So money to me that's a very personal issue, and has nothing to do with employment, okay? I think a lot of older people think that, but there's laws in place to protect you, okay? You're not supposed to base it on marital status, period. But I was thinking about that today. A lot of religious people, I don't like to say religious people, because, there's some good religious people who really take it to heart, and they may belong to different denominations, but based on what they know, they try to live according to what the Bible says, or in not necessarily the Bible. Some people might be, I don't know, Jewish, and they follow the Bible, but it's a different thing. But or some other religion, okay? But the thing is, you have to practice what you preach, okay? That's what I believe, okay? And to force people into a belief system against their will, to me, is just, it's absurd, okay? You either have sincerity or you don't. Because, the person you really have to answer to is God. You could fake it all you want to. You could pretend that, you like, these going to church every day, and you could pretend that, you could sit there and tithe so you could impress, like, the people at the church or whatever. You could do all those things, okay? But if you are stricken with a terminal illness or something, you're going to have to answer to God. And God's going to see right through you, So it's kind of a waste. I don't play that religious bullshit game. I don't. Because I do realize that a commitment to God, or saying that you have a commitment to God, to me is very serious, okay? I'm a very, very, what do you call it? A person who respects divine law, okay? So I would never try to pull that game, okay? But there's a lot of people who do, okay? And so anyway, I'm not sure if that had anything to do with the cute guy, okay? I had no idea at that time that the cute guy was even around. But if that was the case, that's bullshit. It's bullshit for several reasons, okay? A woman still has the right to take care of herself, regardless, okay? Marital status is not to be determined based on who you're married to at all, okay? And, why people get hired is not because, it shouldn't be because you are a Christian, you're a Jew, you're a Muslim, you're a Buddhist, you're I don't know, a Sikh, whatever. It's based on what you are able to contribute to that company, period. It's based on your skills and your knowledge. That's what it is. And, I've heard this kind of thinking before, and it frightens me. Because what people don't realize is it's very cultish, and it's completely opposite of what the Bible says, Sometimes we're not, people who follow God are not always the richest people, Jesus himself didn't have a lot of money. He was just a regular guy. I mean, he was a carpenter, okay? He wasn't a regular guy, obviously. He had supernatural powers and stuff. But as far as, he had a very humble existence, and so some people think, they get into this prosperity preaching idea where, they want something, they expect something. Well, the Bible says that we're not supposed to put store our treasures here on the earth, because our treasures are really in heaven. You can't take it with you. Those things have absolutely no meaning in the heavenly realms, So you see a lot of people using religion to manipulate people, okay? And when I look at some of these people who sit there and talking about, Jesus blessed me with this, when they're in some sort of agreement where, they're professing to love God and they're being bestowed with these blessings, when they are associated with an organization that is doing this, it's bullshit, and anybody with half a brain can see that, it's not a blessing from God. In fact, you may have to answer one day for that stupid action that you took, So I don't care what the cute guy makes, okay? I don't care. I mean, that's not what a relationship is really supposed to be about, okay? What I care about is when I come home, do I have someone to talk to? Does someone like my stupid jokes, Does somebody like me switching music on, off and on, Does somebody mind if I go off into the bedroom by myself because, I'm a little moody that day? Can somebody cook? Those things are what I care about, and somebody who basically coincides, or who compliments me, okay? Meaning they are well fitted and suited for me, okay? Those are the things I care about. I don't care about money. I don't care about, going out to the, fancy restaurants. Preferably, these days, I'd rather just stay home, okay? Every once in a while, it's nice to hit those restaurants, but for the most part, I don't care about those things, okay? So, bullshit. It's bullshit, A woman has to take care of herself regardless, okay? Doesn't matter if her husband's rich, poor, whatever. So I'm wondering if that had anything to do with it. Because like I said, I have entirely too much time on my hands, and I'm well aware of this. And, it's a downer for me. It is. It's a downer because there's so many things I want to do. There's so many things I want to do that I feel stifled, like I want to study certain things, but I keep thinking, what good is studying this if I'm not going to go any further? And I feel empty inside, it's like this emptiness that, I can't quite describe, I feel shortchanged and angry about it. And I'm just kind of looking at what's going on my cell phone right now. Looks like people are responding to some of my comments. But anyway, yeah, I do. I feel shortchanged. you know, because, you know, I have so much to contribute, you know, and I love working. I do. I love working. I miss, you know, I miss, you know, talking. I miss the daily interactions of the workplace. Now, some people think, oh, that's just drudgery. Some people look at it as drudgery, but I don't. I mean, I love that sort of stuff because, you know, what some people take for granted, I appreciate. You know, I appreciate that, you know, and I miss being around other people. And no, it's not because I want to flirt with people or whatever. You know, I have really wanted more female friends throughout my life. I really have. You know, I would love to have female friends, but, you know, they're very hard to find. And a lot of them are very catty, you know. But I do. I miss that, you know. And it's been a very long time since I've had anything like that. And so, you know, I feel like I'm kind of cut off, you know. I'm cut off from what I consider to be on this earth, here on this planet, okay? And it's not the most important thing in the world, but on this earth, you know, that's my life force. It's what makes me happy, you know, and I feel very saddened by it, you know? So anyway, those are just my thoughts. I'm glad to make this video. I'm up to like, what, 700, maybe 10 videos or some crazy shit like that. Maybe even more than that. I just remember last time I looked at the videos, all my videos, I think I was like 700 something. I didn't even get the accurate number amount. I just rolled my eyes like, are you fucking serious? Like, is it really taking this long for people to get their shit? I mean, get out of my shit, you know? Yeah, I'm really irritated by that right now. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video. Got things to do. You know, I think the cute guy's great. I do. I like him a lot. And, you know, I don't want him to feel like he shouldn't come around, you know, or he feels self-conscious about something. There's nothing to feel self-conscious about, you know what I mean? And I don't want to deal with that. I want to move on with my life. I want to feel happy again, you know? What some people think is silly or pointless, you know, other people appreciate. Just like, like I love thrift stores, you know, like the junk that you throw out on your curb, that's a treasure to me, you know? So it's like, it's all a matter of perception, you know? And I think I have the right attitude, you know, that for me, okay? And I'm very grateful, you know, for things that I get. And don't think that just because, you know, I'm not doing what I want to do right now, that I'm not grateful for what I have. Because, you know, there's a lot of targets who are in worse situations than I am, okay? And I'm grateful for that, okay? But I do believe that my situation is like, what a waste. What a waste, you know? It's like when you see somebody who has something that they really care about and they're not able to exercise it. You know, like if you could run really fast, but your mom won't let you join the track team, you know? Or you're amazing at football, and you know that you could be a part of the leagues if you wanted to, but you know, for whatever reason, you know, you're being held back from that, and that's wrong. It's wrong, you know. Yeah, bullshit. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Have a wonderful evening, Bakersfield. Good night.